You know, being a Carolina Panther fan is probably one of the toughest things uh, that you're going to go through in life. Being a fan of this football team is probably one of the most nerve wracking things you'll ever go through in your life. This 2025, 2026 version of the Carolina Panthers, you don't know who they really are. You don't know. I don't know what team I'm going to get week to week. I don't know who's going to show up week to week. I don't know if we fuck around and beat a Green Bay, then lose to a Saints, then beat a Rams, then lose to a Saints, then lose to the Saints again, then beat a Bucs to take over first place. This team is giving me a fucking heart attack, y'all. My heart can't take this shit, man. The next live gonna be from the fucking hospital, man. I'm just gonna be completely honest with y'all. I don't know what version of this team will show up from week to week. And I don't know if that's dangerous. I don't know if that's a part of the growth. I don't understand it. But it's fucking pissing me off, guys. I'm going to let y'all know that. Because this type of game, and y'all see the motherfucking goddamn title of this video too. Bryce Young is not just ascending as the Panthers franchise quarterback. Guys, he's ascending as one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL. I'm saying it, bro. I'm saying it right now. Bryce Young is turning into one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. The plays that he made in a playoff environment, the way this team responds in a playoff environment, the way that they come together after a bad loss, a loss that they know they shouldn't, to go against a tougher opponent and win. This is showing a lot a fuck of growth from this football team. You have to give a goddamn a round of applause to this goddamn Carolina Panthers team, man. If y'all not gonna do it, I'm gonna fucking do it. Have we been a roller coaster all year long? We have. But you have to acknowledge the way that this team responds in the face of adversity, guys. And I'm pissed off. Shout out to Big Rick, man. I'm pissed the fuck off because I don't know what version we're going to get. I don't know. You this team last week, the defense fuck around and gave up the game against the Saints. Allowed a rookie quarterback today against a better wide receiving core, against a better quarterback, against a better team. You make the plays that you need. Guys, holding that team to 3 points when they were up 10-7, when they were up 10-3, that was one of the biggest stops in the game. When we made them and we held them to three with their backs against the wall, where Tampa Bay had a chance to go up 3 scores, and we made that stop, that was the fucking play of the game from the defense. And yet and still, they still try to hold us with some calls today. That holding on J.C. Horn, that was bullshit. That was fucking bullshit. That was a weak ass fucking call. I don't agree with that call. J.C. Horn is struggling. I want that to be known too. He's struggling right now, guys. Mike Jack, he got mossed the first play in the red zone. That's Mike Evans. But he came and got his face back when they tried to go straight back to it. He got his fucking face back. Shout out to Mike Jack. He's been the best corner for the Panthers for the last month and a half. I'm saying it. He's been the best corner for the Panthers over the last quarter of the season. Mike Jack has been a better cornerback than J.C. Horn over the last quarter of the season. I gotta say that. Ted McMillan is a fucking dog. That is the next thing. You have found you a number one wide receiver. Leggett, I got to talk about Leggett. The drop by Leggett, huge drop. That's third down. You got to fucking catch the ball. Bryce puts it on the money. You listen. You failed on that one, Leggett. You fucked up on that one, Leggett. And then the very next time the ball comes to you, where Bryce throws a dot on the sideline, what do? You don't get your feet down and don't drag. This is the NFL. You have to make those kind of catches week in and week out. That was a fucking dot that Bryce Young threw, and that's why I'm saying that my quarterback has become elite. He's become elite because that was a fucking dot. Leggett has to get his feet down on the sideline to make that fucking catch. There was 2 back-to-back plays. But on the third one, On the fucking third one, when Bryce Young found him and it was 3rd and 5, he needed to get the first. He made a hell of a play in the flats where he broke the tackle and ran for the first down. He made it up. That is showing resiliency, guys, by this football team. Look at the little things that are beginning to happen for us, bro, in these type of games. The way that we responding, the Panthers of the old would have never responded this way. They never would have fucking responded this goddamn way. They never would have fucking responded. The Panthers of the old would have fucking folded every single fucking time. They would have fucking folded. But what do you have? You have a football team now that fucking believes. They fucking believe. Dave Canales, man. One thing about Dave Canales, he says some dumb shit sometime in these motherfucking press conferences after games and before games. But one thing that I'm going to give him his motherfucking props for, that nigga keeps a game face the entire goddamn game. Every time the camera pans to him and show his face during the game, you never see Canales over there smiling and laughing and joking and shit. Even when we're scoring, he has a fucking game face. That is the culture now, bro. The way that the defense played against the run today, dog, the way that we fucking swallowed that goddamn run game up, pause, but the way that we fucking dominated up front, bro, nigga, that is elite. That type of play carries on into the postseason. You can play like that. And Bryce Young, because we don't win this game today without number 9, bro. Number fucking 9 put this team on his back. Bryce Young put this fucking team on his back today with his play. The tackles and sacks that he broke out of today, fam, that shit was elite. That touchdown that he found, the touchdown in where he found, I think it was, who was it, Trimble or somebody that he threw in the end zone when he scrambled out and broke out, went up and down, and then tossed it out. That's the elite play. The throw to Coker on the sideline. Did you see the throw to Coker on the sideline? Bryce Young is becoming an elite quarterback in the NFL, guys. The game has slowed down for him. It slowed down for him a lot. You can tell. He senses pressure at a different rate now. You can see it. When the pressure is coming to him in the pocket, he has a sixth sense of just knowing where to step up at to get and dodge out of these situations now. Before, he was panicking. He would just take the sack. Or he would throw a wild-ass shit that would get picked off. The quarterback has grown a lot. I'm telling you guys this. All you have to do now is beat Tampa Bay the last game of the season. That's all you have to do now. And if you get lucky, if you really fucking get lucky, and Miami beats Tampa Bay next week, you may have to you have a tough game next week, right? You have a tough game. Seattle in Carolina is a tough game. That's a tough game. I'm not going to lie to you. Seattle's defense is probably the second best defense in the league behind the Broncos. They have a solid defense, and we all know what they're capable of on the offensive side of the ball. Next week is going to be another playoff type of atmosphere. You may have to meet Seattle in the playoffs, dog. You might have to meet them in the playoffs, so you got to fucking goddamn win this game next week. Playoff, we are in a playoff environment all the way to the end, my niggas. I'm telling y'all that right now. We are in a fucking playoff goddamn scenario all the way to the end, which makes me think this. If you're in a playoff environment for really it's been the last 2 weeks because the Saints was a playoff environment, Tampa Bay is a playoff environment, Seattle's a playoff. You would have already been in playoff environments for an entire month at this point. So what makes me think that if you host a Carolina game, a playoff game in Carolina, that you couldn't make some noise? Because the way these top teams in the NFC are hurt right now, you might have some shit roll your way if you make it to their playoffs. Because the Rams are banged up. They're banged up. They're banged up. The Green Bay Packers, they're banged up. They are banged up. The Chicago Bears really look like the toughest team in the NFC. I'm not even going to lie to you right now. The Chicago Bears look like the team you may have to go play Chicago on the road at Soldier Field. You need to win these next 2 games because what it's going to do for you is going to make the game against Tampa Bay a must win for them. Because if they lose to Miami, then you've set yourself up for that week 18 fucking game. Maybe even if you lose that, you may still be able to goddamn because of the whole schedule shit. Guys, I'm telling you right now, the game against Seattle is not going to be easy, but we got to go win it. That is a playoff opponent. That's an opponent that you could possibly be seeing in the postseason. I see everybody in the back. I see everybody back there, man. I'm going to pull everybody up here in a second, man. Shout out to everybody. Y'all already know what time it is, man. Big motherfucking waves in the building, man. We are live after the Panthers win over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It was a must win, and we answered the motherfucking call, man. Shout out to all my surfers out there as well, bro. Make sure y'all hit the goddamn like button on this video. Run me the fuck up. If you're new to the channel, you're new to the content, if you fucking with me, I don't want you to subscribe if you're not fucking with me, right? I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't need no sympathy subscriptions, okay? So what I do need is that people that actually fucking with the content to subscribe. And if you a surfer, make sure everybody hit the goddamn like button on this motherfucking video. Everybody in the back, I'm pulling you up in 2 seconds. Listen, man, I send the link, nigga. I already sent the link. What the fuck? Hold on, y'all, man. I'm trying to get niggas in here. Y'all know how I go. Listen. Wow, boy, it's just getting worse and worse for the Kansas City Chiefs. Damn, Gardner Minshew tore his ACL. They 2 starting quarterbacks got 2 torn ACLs. Shit just getting bad for them. Hey, look, you control your destiny again. Next week is a playoff environment. What are you going to do with a playoff environment? What are you going to make happen in a playoff environment next week? Job 1 is already fucking done. I want to know what the fuck you go do with this opportunity next week. We got CLT in the building. In the building.
Yo, what's good? Yeah.
Who the fuck is this dumbass nigga on here, man?
Yo, what's good? Big waves in the building. Yo, waves. You think Tampa a good team though? They've been struggling.
Hey, look, bro. I don't know if Tampa is a good team. I don't know if they're a good team. I can't say that they're a good team. They've lost 6 out of their last 7. I can't say that they're a fucking good team, but I got to get him the fuck up out of here, man. This is a nigga trying to portray to be somebody else. He got to get the fuck up out here. Hey, look, don't bring that dumb shit up here, man. I'm gonna let everybody know right now, man. I'm gonna get your ass the fuck up out of here. You come up here with that dumb shit on my motherfucking channel, your ass go get kicked and banned the fuck up out of here, man. Let's stop with the bullshit. And talk about this motherfucking win, man. CLT in the building. Go ahead, CLT. CLT, go ahead, bro.
Let somebody else go first. I'm driving. I'm listening.
Oh, okay, go ahead. Christian is in the building. Christian, go ahead, bro.
This is a good team win. This is a great team win. I mean, I knew they was going to come out and win this game. Like I understood last week. For me personally, that was a complete screw job. I didn't like the way this went. This game we played in spite of some calls that I didn't like. When we played in spite of that and played through that. And that's what we're gonna have to do moving forward, because you already know what you're playing with. There's a lot of holding calls on that touchdown that that was given to the Bucs. That was actually delayed game, and it was supposed to be moved back, but they didn't give it a call. But I like what the offense was doing this game. They had a great game plan. I wish we would have ran the ball a little bit better. I did not like a lot of those toss. Like those,
I wasn't fucking with those either.
I like more I formation. Like can
Get
we?
between the tackles, man.
Yeah, like it was too much of that. Like what are we doing? And also
No.
too, let's get the tight ends more involved. Like they were, because like because they could not guard the tight ends. That was an Achilles heel for the Bucs, and I wish they would have went more towards that. But they made that adjustment in the second half where they actually did that. Defensively, they were just up and down. It was in the middle. Like at times, the defense made plays, but then they gave up big plays. Now, the Jason Horn thing, that another call that was BS. They both were
Yeah, that
holding each
whole
other.
I didn't like that call on JC Horn
I
right
like
there.
that gave them another call that this happened last week as well.
Yeah, they
Another
did,
call.
but
Like they like you know what I'm saying? Like it's every time the defense does make some good stops, there's a flag.
there's a
And it
flag.
be
Yeah,
some bullshit. You know what I'm
yep.
saying? Because they didn't call even on that the toss, they didn't call, it was hands to the face. It was a face mask call, but
Yeah, that was a bullshit
defensively
call.
Evero's gonna have to make some adjustments, which he's not gonna do it. But he has to change the defensive scheme. You don't have the personnel for it changing, and that's really the problem. It's really he don't have the personnel for it. The defense did make some stops. That was a good play by Ransom. But
The JC Horn stop on that fourth down, man, or third down in the red zone where he made that tackle on Baker when he tried to goddamn shoot out
yeah,
to the side and skirt. That was an elite play. Like I said, man, the defense played to me a lot better than they did last week. Like they was able to stop the motherfucking run. And then also too, man, I think we got to give the Saints motherfucking credit, bro. They playing a hell of a lot better. Like I watched them again
I was
today.
trying to tell you
Like
that.
the Saints is the Saints. They are a better team than what I think. Big bro, somebody said that
I
last
did.
week. Yeah,
I
one
said
of
they
y'all
better than
said
their record.
they are a better team than what their record is showing, man. They got a lot of young weapons, and the quarterback, man, he really surprised me. I didn't think Tyler Shuck was gonna be like that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I
Well,
really
Kellen
did.
Moore is helping him a lot. I mean, that's the thing. Kellen Moore is actually a solid coach. That's why the Eagles are struggling this year because
Yeah,
they don't have Kellen Moore as the offensive coordinator.
yeah, we got Big Rick in the building, man. Go ahead, Big Rick.
Bro, what's good, fellas?
What
Man,
up, dog?
Victory Sunday, baby.
Victory, motherfucking
Big
Sunday, bro.
division win, big division win. We back on top.
So, what was your
Uh,
plays of the game, Rick?
my plays of the game. Oh
Yeah,
man, look at my avatar, bro. Bryce out there throwing dots. That dot to McMillan. That gave me the vibe that the momentum was swinging in our direction, bro. I say
it
that was the play
was,
of the game. A lot of people say he can't drive the ball down the field, but I
man.
tell you, bro, I came into this year. I wasn't impressed, but I was willing to ride it out and see what Bryce was capable of. And I tell you, bro, week after week, he's just been getting better and better and better, bro. He's finishing drives. He's more confident game after game, and he just when something goes wrong, bro, he just comes right back out there, bro. It don't rattle him like it did year one. You can see,
His confidence done grew a
he's
ton, bro.
yeah, his confidence is grown big time, brother. You don't see him holding his head no more, none of that. You get right back out there, bro. So, man, I'm impressed, bro. I'm impressed. The only thing I'll say, like what you said at the beginning, they up and down, and
Yeah,
we
boy,
might
this shit's
catch you
scary.
live from the hospital and shit.
I'm telling you, bro. That's how I feel, dog. That's how
Yo,
I feel, bro. Like I mean, nigga, this
yeah,
team be goddamn. They be having me on the edge, bro. I don't
yeah,
know.
but
I
see,
don't know what version we go get every week.
that's true, and that's kind of where the nickname "Cardiac Cats" came from. Is the up and down, the roller coaster of the team. And one thing I can say that's different from years past is, yeah, we've taken some bad losses, but it seemed like this team, we play the best when we play the best opponents. So they get up to play for the best teams. That's where the win from Green Bay came from. That's where the win today came from. It's kind of telling me that if we can beat the best, all we got to do is execute and get into the playoffs, and we can hang with the big dogs.
That's what
I
I'm
think
saying.
I think we can take that win in Seattle next week, bro. I really do.
I do too, man. I feel like that too. Because man, like what's giving me guys, and I know, man, because we've been this. I'm so on the fucking fence about this shit, Rick. I just don't
Yeah, I
fucking know.
know.
Like they showed me a performance. I guess the reason, man, why I'm not overly hyped as I possibly should be for this is because, man, like these niggas will come out next week and lay a fucking egg, bro. Like they will come out and lay an egg next week, bro. They got to start
Yeah,
showing some motherfucking consistency, man. Like I want to be high on this win, but to be high on this win and then come out the very next week and get blown out by Seattle or just come out and get a game away or play sloppy again, you at home. Like that shit, man, that shit is demoralizing, bro. We gotta start having some consistency, man. Like we need to show it. We need to show it because
yeah,
that's what it's
yeah.
going to take. You really still need to win these last two games. You know what I'm saying? You just got the first check down. I think it was a huge win for Carolina, especially coming off a division loss. You sitting in first place again in the NFC South. All right. You got another playoff environment next week. That's another playoff game against Seattle. That's what a team. That might be a team you could see down the line in the playoffs, right? So you need to be able to
Right.
play. Against they got a good defense. Seattle got a good defense. It's gonna be a tougher game for Bryce. If you can come out and win that game, I think if you win the Seattle game, you've already won a division. I feel that if you win the Seattle game, the division is already won. I think there's no way in hell that the Bucs beat you that last week of the season. And then
Yeah,
if you finish the season 3-0, if you 3-0 at the end of the season, what make me think that you can't make a run in the fucking playoffs? You've already saw the best teams. The best teams you've already saw. You saw Seattle, you saw the Rams, you saw Green Bay. These are the teams you've already saw that's in the motherfucking playoffs. You ain't seen Chicago yet. That's one. Detroit, I don't even know if they're gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? So again, I think that you can make some fucking noise in the postseason if you finish this shit 3-0. Win these next two games, which these are very winnable games. If the defense played the way that they fucking played today, let's give Fitz some credit. We'll be all over him had he missed that. Hey, listen, man, Fitzgerald, we've definitely found the kicker, man. It's without a fucking doubt. We found a
yeah. He's
goddamn
solid.
kicker.
He's solid. He's solid.
Yeah, that rookie kicker, he's a good kicker, man. He don't fold under pressure. Really haven't missed. I think he may have missed like 2 kicks on the season, but overall, man, that motherfucker solid, man. He a good kicker. I think he's gonna be here for a long time, man. He might have the damn longevity of a John Casey or some shit like that. Like you never fucking know, but I'm not worried about the kicking game. What I do want to see though on the offensive side of the ball, you got to start getting motherfucking what's my boy named the wide receiver 15? Uh Damn, man, I don't forgot his motherfucking name, bro. What's the wide receiver? JC Horn. You got to get Horn involved. Jimmy Horn. You got to get Jimmy Horn more involved on the offensive side of the ball. He needs to see way more gadget plays. Like, shout out to that motherfucking reverse that Canales called early in the game. That was a hell of a fucking play call. They wasn't expecting that at that particular time. Like I said, man, like you need to get Jimmy Horn more involved on the offense, and Ted McMillan should not see less than 10 targets a game. Ted McMillan got to get at minimum 10 targets every single game. He has to. He's too elite of a weapon. Will he drop a pass here and there? Yeah, he's a rookie, but I think that he's too much of a playmaking option for him to see anything less than 10 targets a game. Coker, like I said, man, Coker, guys, he's turning into a hell of a fucking receiver, bro. The catches that he continued to make, man, these are elite catches, tough catches. They're great throws by Bryce Young. The one that Bryce Young threw to Coker on that sideline, bro, that was a hell of a fucking throw and a hell of a fucking catch. That was an elite fucking play. You're showing is yes, I agree with Christian. The run game could have been a lot more effective today. It could have been way more effective today. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know. I think that we wanted to stay away from Vita Vea a lot in this game. They really did run between the tackles a ton in this game. They really didn't. They tried to keep everything outside, and I think a lot of it was because Big Vea in the middle. They didn't want to run towards him a lot, I guess. But
Yeah,
overall,
he's a
man,
run stopper,
What you
bro.
scared for? But my thing is this: what you scared for? You had success doing it, and they just went away from it. He was in the game. They had success. They had a couple big 5-6 yard games. Like, they just went away from it. I'm
I don't
like, what
think
you
they.
going away from?
I don't think they was scared. But you coming into a game, you game plan to go against what they're weak at, and they're strong in the middle. You don't go against their strength. You take that away from them and go outside. That's
And
what they
that's
was
not
trying to
necessary.
do.
That's not true. They have been getting beat from the paint. I watched all their games. They've been getting beat from
I don't know,
from
bro.
everywhere. They defense has been torchy all season. They've
nah,
been
facts.
they've been the same Rams team that we held in check. They got scored. They was running up and down the field on them and passing on them. That's what I'm saying. Like, no, like that's what I'm like. Look, no, Canales has to stop going away from it. Like, bro, just do it. Just go. Like, because sometimes the thing with him, he overthinks things. He's like competing against himself and the team,
We got
against the
Big Bro in the
opponent.
building. Big Bro, go ahead, Big Bro.
I'm gonna just hop on real quick. Hey man, good win today. Um, but I'm gonna start out saying this. Listen, I told Wavez this offline, man, on probably about in the third quarter. I think it was third quarter. What we're witnesses, guys, coming one of them ones. He's coming one of them
Your
ones.
phone, hey, you
I'm
coming
talking
in and
about
out,
top
man. In and
quarterbacks in
out.
the league.
You coming in and out, Big Bro. Your signal. I don't know what's going on. Might have to hook up to some Wi-Fi out there where you
Bad
at.
opinion about it.
Yeah, you gotta hook to some Wi-Fi. You need to get on some Wi-Fi out there. See, is CLT
Can you
ready?
hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah, probably this Wi-Fi, man. I'm up in the mountain. Uh,
Yeah, you got to connect
but
to
yeah,
some
man, I was
Wi-Fi.
saying, if y'all can hear me, what we witnessed
Yeah,
is Bryce Young, man, becoming an elite quarterback right in front of our eyes, man. Um, you know, that last touchdown drive, man, if you watch the throws and the plays that he make, he's becoming that guy, man. Again,
yeah,
I
he
don't know
really
if y'all agree
is.
with it, but he becoming that guy, man. I'm talking about one top in the league. So that's Bryce, listen, great win today, man, at home. We still got business to take care of. We got to beat the Bucs again down in Tampa at the end of the year. You know, hopefully we can get this. I mean, the Seattle game. That's going to be a
It's not
tough
a
one
must.
for
It's
us.
not a must win. It's
It's
not a
not a
must
must
win though.
win, but we can lose there when it's still getting the playoffs. So,
We could.
the pressure really is not on us, man. For next week. I would love to win the game next week, obviously. But if we can't get it, listen, that Bucs game is what's gonna matter at the end of the season. So that's what I'm looking forward to. But great win today, man, and I'll take it offline, man. And listen to you guys, man. Should be proud today.
Nah, it was. Listen, it was a hell of a fucking win, man. I just think that you got to look at a couple things here, man. Of what we do when we play at this level. The defense again, were they leaky today? Yeah, they gave up some big plays. Um, but I think we did well against the run, holding Irvin in check. The defensive front man was flying around to the ball. Nick Scorton had a hell of a fucking game, bro. Nick Scorton, and that's why he's on my motherfucking thumbnail for this goddamn
Yeah,
video,
one
this
of the
live.
announcers said he was having a MVP performance.
Yeah, Nick Scorton he's having a hell of a rookie year overall, guys. But the game he played today, man, he was all over the field. The plays he made, man, in the backfield, the one day he dropped back in coverage, man, and stopped him on that screen. That was a hell of a damn play by Nick Scorton. He was just all over the fucking field today, man. And again, guys, like that's showing. Think about this is a guy in his rookie season. We still are not able to get sacks and generate pressures. I'm going to stand on the motherfucking comment of what I said. The Panthers have to go get a pass rusher this offseason. Like
Facts.
they're going to have to go get a pass rusher this offseason, man. They need someone that can really like rush the passer because Baker Mayfield had all day to throw the ball. He really did. He was sitting back there, even on that last drive where we had them like stop. If the secondary wasn't playing as good as they was, he had all day to throw the ball, man. We couldn't get to him. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to have to go and try to trade for somebody, pay somebody some money. You're going to have to do something to try to bring a better pass rusher in here. You need it on that side of the ball.
Now, Waze, I did want to bring up something that is a little bit alarming, and it's alarming more than the defense. Just
What's that?
personally, it is special teams. The last 3 weeks, special teams has been
Oh, yeah.
atrocious. And this is why atrocious, and they have been given a fielding position, and it's been atrocious these last 3 weeks. They got to get it together because this week, with next week coming up, because I'm already moving past this, and I'm on to Seattle.
Yeah, we got to.
You cannot do that. They have Rashid. He is going to annihilate them and give them all type of fielding position. You gotta get better on tackling and special teams. Special teams
I will say
has
this
to
too,
get
though.
better, bro. That was alarming to me today with special teams.
Yeah, the special teams is definitely struggling. Well, I'll just say the kickoff teams are really struggling. I think the kick return team, ETN, has done a phenomenal job as a returner this year. I like his game as a returner. I don't know why Jimmy Horn ain't getting a lot more looks. Maybe he's on punt return. I'm not really sure, but
I think he is.
Yeah, they've struggled, man. But again, when your offense is being as efficient as what we're doing on the offensive side of the ball, guys, like I said, man, Bryce Young, the plays that he made today showed me two things about him, like in his growth. Number one, the moment wasn't too big for Bryce. This was one of those moments that you had to have. Last week was a had to have moment. You blew it, but you had another opportunity a week later to go out there and show the NFL that you really have this team. Now the talk is going to be this week. Obviously, everything is coming down. They're probably going to flex that week 18 game to the Sunday night game. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. That week 18
not anymore. I don't think so. I think it's gonna be the Steelers and Ravens, especially the Ravens win tonight. I think it's gonna be that one.
I can see that. I can see that. I can see that too.
I think we're gonna end because to me personally, I think Miami might close it out, and I think it's gonna be done next week. I just think it's gonna be done next week. Honestly,
it should be.
I don't know. Miami got blew the fuck out today.
Yeah, they did.
I mean,
man.
they did.
Quinn Ewers is trash. That motherfucker, sorry, man. They should have stayed with Tua. You might as well let Tua finish the season, man. Like, even if you get rid of him, you should at least let him finish the season, man, because Quinn Ewers, that motherfucker is sorry, boy.
Man, but they can't afford for Tua to get hurt. They want to trade him. So it's like a lose-lose situation there.
Yeah, they said that he might be released, though. I seen some shit where he might be released, and they just go eat the dead money.
No, but see, his guarantee.
It's like $99 million or some shit.
Well, they're not gonna release him. They can. They can get out of it. It's all about if he was injured. If they tried to cut him.
I just think, man, you really. I don't know if Miami take care of business next week because I really don't. I'm not going to hold my head on that. I'm going to hold my head on what I know is going to guarantee the division, and that's a motherfucking win in Tampa Bay Week 18.
Yes, sir, guys. That's the only way. That's the only way. We got to take care of business in Tampa, man.
For sure.
We got to take care because, again, listen, we did what we had to do today. It's going to come down to this Sunday, 2 weeks from now, against the Bucs in Tampa. We got to go down there and win in Tampa. That's our way to get us the division and the home playoff game. That's what we should be getting ramped up for. Panther Nation, I mean, this game, Seattle, like I said, regardless of what we do in there, I mean, like I said, I want to win it, but it's going to come to the Tampa
we
game.
got to win. And no, I want us to win, and I think that's a must-win game as well because, like I said, the Bucs, for me, I feel like they're going to lose that game because losing this game was a little
I will say the Bucs are terrible, man. I'm not even going to lie to you, man. They really are terrible. Their offensive line is not great. You know what I'm saying? The weapon, they have a lot of weapons out there, but again, man, they can't really get Bucky Irvin going since he's come back from injury the way that they wanted to get him going. Yeah. I think the way that we attacked them defensively today was the perfect game plan. You took Bucky Irvin out of the fucking game and forced Baker Mayfield to make the goddamn throws. Listen,
Man,
Mike
he's
Jack has
trash.
outplayed J.C. Horn over the last month, guys. I'm telling y'all that right now. The last month and a half, Mike Jack has outplayed J.C. Horn, man, with the plays that he made. Outside of that one catch that Evans got over him in the end zone, that was just a hell of a play. That's Mike Evans. I mean, he's just bigger, taller, stronger. I mean, at the end of the day, that was a hell of a play. But, bro, Mike Jack made some fucking elite. Listen, J.C. Horn has had a holding call. J.C. Horn has had a holding call on him in every game for like the last 5 games. Like
Bro,
All
he
of them
need
have
every
his
been
fucking
hands,
game.
bullshit
bro. He
though.
play with
In
his
his
hands too much. He get
but
caught
but
on
no,
Every
bullshit a
but
fucking
in
lot.
his
game.
defense, they have been bullshit. They have been absolute garbage. You know what I'm saying? Because look, last week
Uh-oh.
was terrible.
The nation is in the building. Nigga Nation has arrived. Go ahead, Nigga Nation.
I'm coming here with that bullshit.
Shit, ain't no bullshit, nigga.
Hold on, Nigga Nation. Shit acting crazy, man. What the fuck? Man, what is going on? This shit is acting dumb. Hold on, y'all. We're gonna get Nigga Nation up here in a minute, but hey, the defense, y'all, and I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, man. I'm up here feeling good, man. I'm celebrating, bro. Merry Christmas to every motherfucking body on here too, bro. Everybody have a wonderful, happy Christmas. Spend it with your family, loved ones. I just want to say that too. We trying to get Nigga Nation up here on the shit, man, but the shit acting dumb. Shit for freezing up. I don't know what the fuck going on. All right, Nigga Nation it should be in the building now. Nigga Nation, go ahead. Where you at, Nigga Nation? We can't hear you. What the fuck? Somebody said Rose Boom showed out today as well. Hey, Rose Boom might have extended, like got a deal. Okay, he going through some technical difficulties, guys. He'll try to be back up here in a minute. But Rose Boom is showing that he want to be a part of this team long term, man. I think when him and when Jonesy Jewell is able to come back, and if Wallace can stay healthy, I think you might have a solid little linebacker room, man. Rose Boom was play. He made hell of a plays today. That sack on Baker Mayfield was fucking huge. That was a momentum sack. That was a momentum sack that he got on Baker
Yeah, I
Mayfield, and
like
that
that little
shit.
stunt they did.
Yeah,
Yep.
that stunt where he pulled around that corner. That was a great
Yeah.
play call. Guys, Ejiro has done a hell of a fucking job, bro. We got to give Ejiro his credit, Rick. We can't sit up here and act like Ejiro ain't been doing no hell of a job, bro.
Yeah,
This a
he's
young
solid,
unit.
bro.
This a young unit he working with, bro. And he's taking this team. You got to remember. I think people need to remember how historically bad we were last year on defense. We had we gave up the most points in a single season last year, bro. Like ever in football history. We gave up
Yep.
like over 400 something fucking points for the year or some shit like that, man. Like that's a
Ridiculous.
lot. That's a that is
But we still
that's
didn't have the
ridiculous as
worst
fuck.
defense of all time. That goes to the Saints that year. I mean, because you got to remember, they pass a lot more now than they did 10 years ago. So of course it's gonna be like that.
Bro, we was averaging, bro. I think teams was averaging like 31, 33 points against us, bro. Like dead ass. They was averaging like 33 fucking points against us when like last year. That was just the fucking average. You know what I'm saying? You got to continue. Nigga Nation, pull back up. Nigga Nation, pull back up. Omar, if you in the building, pull up. Omar, hey, look, guys, if so, this is going to be my hypothetical going forward. This is my hypothetical. Y'all tell me what y'all think. I think next week is going to be a tough ass game. I think Seattle, that game is going to be tough. I've said this about a lot of teams though this year. I've said it about the Rams. I've said it about Green Bay going into those games, and the Panthers. Even though they were tough games, the Panthers responded the way that they should. But I think next week, man, at home, and then just the inconsistency that we've shown is bringing me to pause on next week. Next week is not necessarily a must win, right? It's a must win for the grand scheme of things, right? Like the grand scheme. But the win today gave you flexibility for next week. So even if you lose that game against Seattle, it all still comes down to week 18. Week 18 is all that matters. That's all that fucking matters going forward, guys. We have to beat Tampa Bay in Tampa Bay that last week. And that game is also going to be another difficult game because they're going to look at the footage from this game. They're going to come back with a different flow. You already know this is their first time seeing us this year. We beat them at home. I think we broke a win streak against them, though. I think we broke a win streak against them. Shout out to everybody, man, that's pulling up in the motherfucking chat. Guys, if you're new to the channel, hit the goddamn subscribe button on here, man. Y'all already know what time it is. 8-7. The Carolina Panthers are playing meaningful football in December for the first time in over 10 years, guys. The Panthers have not won the division in a decade. A decade. The team has not won a division. And, guys, motherfuckers have had kids in the last 10 years. Motherfuckers have grandchildren, all type of shit all type of shit. A pandemic happened in the last 10 fucking years.
And they playing Little League.
10, your child has been born and playing Little League football and is headed to middle school since the last time the Panthers were in the motherfucking playoffs and playing meaningful football. Guys,
I was in high school.
Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. If motherfuckers was in high school, the last time the Panthers was goddamn good. You know what I'm saying?
High school now.
I will tell you that to be in this position, it feels goddamn good, brothers, to sit here and watch some goddamn Panther football this late in December where we're actually playing for something. The last couple of years, all it's been is, we were talking draft talk. We were going after the live talking about the draft. What we go do in the draft, what we go do in free agency, the coach is going to stay. Think about that shit, y'all, and what we have the opportunity of right now.
That's true. Most pages was doing mock drafts before Thanksgiving.
That's what I'm saying. we wasn't talking about winning the division or damn sure not going to the playoffs. So where you are right now has shown that you have made steps, and you have to give credit where credit is due. No matter what the question marks you have about this regime, about the owner, David Tepper, and it really starts with him. If you really want to think about it, it starts with him because he decided last year that he was going to take his hands off the football side of things, right? That he was going to put guys in place and let them be good football guys. He went to go get a Dan Morgan. He went to go get a Brent Tillis. You know, he hired a Dave Canales. He put a regime together that allowed them to do football things. Before, he was always having press conferences. He was always having the coaches talk to him after every game. He was always putting the pressure on coaches, getting rid of guys, not showing no patience. The last 2 years.
Right, bro. Because he didn't kind of like went ghost for real.
Thank you, bro.
Heard his name mentioned.
Listen, if I'm popping that shit, send me a motherfucking Cash App right now. If I'm popping that shit, let me keep cooking though, because I'm about to really take y'all down a timeline. Really think about this. You haven't heard shit other than that toy drive that he had about a week or two ago. That was the first time you've heard from David Tepper probably since I don't know when. You don't hear him before. You remember before we was hearing about this nigga goddamn taking the hats off of niggas at public diners and shit. This nigga was wild, throwing beer on people. Guys, think about it. We forgot about all of that shit. This team was in turmoil in the laughing fucking stock of the NFL. They were, right? But look what happened, okay? You bring in these guys. These guys have a hell of a free agency. Dan Morgan, you heard about what he talked about early in the offseason, where he wants an identity. He wants to protect the house. What has happened this year? We're like 6-2 at home this season. You get what I'm saying? He talked about protecting the bank, and guess what the fuck we are this season? We are dominant at home this season, guys. We are dominant at home in Carolina. That's what make me fucking think that if we host a playoff game here at home, we don't lose in the playoffs at home like that. If you go back to all of our playoff history, when we are at home in the postseason, y'all, and the bank is on fucking fire, we don't lose at home. Maybe on the road, we done took some losses, but at home for the playoffs, we thrive. But let me keep going, though. He talked about, look how everything translated. I'm about to break it down for y'all motherfuckers. And if you think that I'm making a goddamn point, put a motherfucking wave emoji in the goddamn chat. If I don't see none, then I'm talking that bullshit. Here we go. Listen, he talked about when teams come up to the bank, how he wanted them to fear playing at the bank. He did that. How did he do it? He got nasty, vicious free agents, guys that were physical, guys that have a mean streak in them. Your Wardens, your Bobby Browns, your drafting the guys that you drafted. You got Nick Scoring, a physical motherfucker that was talking shit. You got a safety in Morig, a physical, hard hitting safety, and you got the motherfucking J.C. Horn paid when you needed to get him paid. You locked up Mike Jack because Mike Jack, even though last year he showed flashes last season. So you bought the identity to the team. And also, what do you do? Not only did you take a wide receiver in the first round, your first year there, guess what else that you did? You went back and took another wide receiver in the fucking draft. The best wide receiver in the draft. Ted McMillan was the best wide receiver of his draft class. You showed the fan base that you were dedicated to getting fucking help for Bryce Young and sticking with Bryce Young. We have to remember, Bryce Young was just benched last year. He was just benched. Everybody, we've criticized his play. We've criticized who he is as a quarterback and the mistakes he's made and all of that. Everybody questioned, was his size going to be a problem coming into the league? But guess what? That motherfucker has stayed healthy. Bryce Young, as small as he is, he has maybe missed 2 games over his entire fucking 3-year career. 2 games. And this was somebody that, oh, man, when we drafted him, he was too small. His body wasn't going to hold up. They said, what? But did the team give up on him? They didn't. So not only was the patience from the ownership shown, patience from the GM and the head coach was shown. Because Canales could have gave up on him. He could have gave up on him. But he went back to him and he fucking stuck with him. And guess what that did? It allowed him to develop. It allowed him to grow. It allowed him to continue to learn the offense. It allowed him to continue to get used to the new weapons that was around him and develop chemistry. That's what it's allowed him to do. The NFL doesn't show patience for quarterbacks anymore, but we've shown it. You have to give your franchise props for showing patience with a quarterback. Because just like me, I'm guilty of it. I wasn't sold on Bryce Young. I was as much as this midseason questioning if he was going to be our guy. But we kept the patience. We didn't give up on him. And what is it showing for you right now? You have a quarterback not even on a long-term deal right now. All of your best weapons on offense are in rookie fucking deals. Except Chuba Hubbard, he's already paid. Rico Dowdle, I think you may be able to get him to stay now. I think if this team goes to the playoffs, you might be able to get a hometown discount for Rico Dowdle. Because I think that he really can see that he can thrive here if he continues. Listen, he's about to touch 1,000 yards rushing. He's already like at 900 and something right now.
No,
he's going to
hit it.
No, he hit it. He hit it.
Oh, he hit it. He hit it. Oh, he hit it. Okay, so he hit it in the game.
Yeah,
Back-to-back 1,000 yards rushing years for Rico
He said
Dowdle.
2 weeks ago in a press conference that he wanted to stay.
And
I
that's what I'm saying.
He's down to stay, bro. Yep.
I could see the Panthers locking up Rico for at least the next 3 years. Maybe it's a 3-year, $60 million, 20 of it guaranteed. I can possibly stand that shit. Hold on, let me finish cooking because I got to keep cooking, right?
Yeah,
so, guys, we talked about where we've come from. Last year, the defense was historically fucking bad. The offense was no better. Look at everything that we fucking had a problem with. Everything. This team sitting up here not being able to get the stops that they needed, not being able to respond back in points. Now when our defense gets stops, guess what we fucking can do? We can go down the field and score points now. We're actually moving the ball. Our offensive line, the money that we spent on those free agent guards is paid dividends. The offensive line is one of the best in the league, and you have some of the most depth in the league. Guys, Dave Canales, say what you want to say about him. You can say whatever. He has some room to grow as a play caller. I understand all of that. but the job that he has done with this team in 2 years, you have to give him his motherfucking props. This is the team, even they're all saying the same shit now. When you see in the interviews, they all saying the same shit now. We taking it one game at a time. You're not seeing one person say, oh man, we here, we feel like we arrived. You're not hearing none of that shit. Everybody has the same shit and saying the same shit that the head coach is saying. It's a 1 week 1 week at a time mindset. We're trying to be 1-0. And if I'm fucking lying, tell me that I'm lying. Everybody has bought in. The young players are bought in. You have your quarterback on the rookie deal where you don't even have to pay him yet. You can throw the 5th-year option on him. But I'm gonna tell you, Bryce Young has earned a long-term contract here. He's earned it. His play alone for what he's done this year, he's earned it. Man, Bryce Young might not be lighting up the motherfucking board. You're not gonna see no 300-yard games. But what you are starting to see and what he's becoming, we're starting to see that Bryce Young that was at Alabama. The one that was fucking elusive that got on the move. I'm telling you guys, I told somebody this last week. Bryce is becoming a dual threat quarterback, man. He's becoming dual threat. He has the ability, because I think his runs actually set up his pass. He's him getting out in space. That's opening up everything for the wide receivers, because teams now, they have to be worried about the threat of Bryce Young taking off. That does so much for your offense. Now they're playing closer to the box, which is open up tech. Like that one that fucking Leggett dropped. That was a hell of a fucking throw that Bryce Young threw over the middle.
Terrible.
Hell yeah,
And
bro.
the other one XL missed was when he didn't toe tap. He didn't toe tap.
You have to
He
toe
just,
tap.
oh my God, he let his entire body go out. It was ridiculous.
8 wins in his second fucking season is insane. We've jumped from 5 to 8 in one off season, and we don't have abundance of fucking talent. We probably one of the youngest teams in the league, if not the youngest. We're one of the youngest teams in the league. That's why I need
Well,
everybody to understand that you have to give the regime and the organization credit for being where we are, because we were in oblivion, my nigga. Shit in Carolina was a fucking joke. And to have this much success from last season to now, man, I'm telling you, we get in that postseason. I'm letting everybody know right now, it could be a problem. Shit could roll our way. We fuck around and get to the NFC Championship on their ass. We'll fuck
dep-
around. We'll fuck around and be that team that nobody want to play in the postseason.
depending on how our matchup is, most likely, if we get the Rams again, I'm very confident in that because, yeah, we probably gonna get them because they'll be the 5th seed, so
We'll
we
be the
would play
fourth.
them. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. We would play them again, and then after that, we would most likely play Chicago. I mean, play Seattle again. It just depends on if we beat Seattle. Most likely, we would play Seattle or Chicago at 1. Which I think, to me, I think we match up well with everybody in the playoffs. The only team that we don't match up well with is the 49ers. That's it. Everybody
Quick,
else we can beat.
quick around the league update, man. The updated NFL draft order. The Giants have the number 1 pick. The Raiders have the number 2 pick. Cleveland has the number 3 pick. Jets have the 4, and Tennessee has the 5th. The New York Giants are now the number 1 pick in the draft coming up, and I don't know where they're going if they stay at number 1.
They
They don't
taking
need a.
a defensive player.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're
I'm sorry,
probably
my bad. I'm sorry. They're going offense. Yeah, they're going offense. They're gonna probably pick another wide receiver to pick up to go next to Neighbors because they need another wide receiver. So they're gonna
Wandale
go that.
Robinson is turning into that for them. He's
No,
turned.
but he's a number 3 guy. You need 2 number ones. Just personally, you need 2 number ones in this league because the Eagles got 2 number ones. I mean, they do. I mean, the Bengals got 2 number ones. They just ain't build their defense. Uh, the what's call it Rams got 2 number ones. I mean, the list goes on and on. I mean, I'm just saying, if you really want to win, just saying the Chiefs, they had 2 number ones when they won. They had Kelsey and what's his face, Tyreek Hill, and they had Rice and Kelsey. Uh, But wait, I did want to push. I did want to say something. If we pay Rico Dwaddle, look, I know how niggas feel about Chuba. I just think they would trade him at that point because you got
I don't
Brooks
think so.
coming back. Then what are you gonna do with Brooks and
We
ETN? What you're
well,
not. Because if Brooks come back and he looks, I don't. For me personally, I don't want to make that mistake where I would rather trade Chuba and figure out what Brooks can do because you don't want to get rid of Brooks and then he becomes a top running back in the league.
I don't think that you get rid of Chuba, man. I think that Chuba is a staple of this team. He's been here through some of the worst seasons in Carolina. I think the money that you paid him was not like over the, radar type of money for him. I think that he stays and continues to be a 1A, 1B to what Rico Dwaddle is. And the reason why I say that because look at the top teams in the league. Both of those guys have two running backs that they can rely on. You look at the Bears, man, with Swift and Monungai. You look at Tampa Bay, man, with Bucky Irvin and White. You go to the Falcons with Bijan and Aljair. Like you have to have Giants with Singletary and Porter, like you or Tracy. I mean, like you have to have you need lightning and thunder. You got to
But
have
see, we
lightning and
don't
thunder.
have lightning and thunder. We don't. We got two thunders. Somebody. That's why I said Brooks is
Like,
lightning. Like we don't have. We got too much thunder. We need some lightning,
yeah, we do
and
need a
you're
big
gonna.
back though.
I mean,
We got
Rico
two
is
scat backs.
like my thing is this. Rico is more the is not like Jameer Gibbs. He's like the other guy.
He's more the other guy.
We
But
got Carl D in
Montgomery,
the building. Carl D, what's good, bro?
Not much, fellas. Not much. How about that win today?
Hey, man, it feel good, bro. Uh, uh, we still got a lot of work to do, but man, you got to be happy about how this team responded after their loss. What you think of it, dog?
I mean, can you believe ain't that 9 wins?
We 8-7, 8-7 right
Is it
now.
8-7? I thought. Okay, yeah, well, yeah. But dang, but 8 wins though. Think about wow, from just 2 years ago being only having 2 wins.
Yep, you've come a long way.
Yeah, wow. I'm still in shock. I just can't believe we won today, despite the referees and their BS pass interference holding calls. Tampa was holding our receivers all day, pulling, grabbing, and they weren't calling nothing.
Yeah, man. The referees definitely, man, were on some weird shit today. Like I said, but it's really been that way for us for the last couple of weeks, man. We only can control what we can control. You know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to these referees, man, like a lot of these calls be fucking suspect, and I I'm about like what the players feel like at this point, man. It's like it is what it is, bro. They go make some good calls, they go make some bad calls. You know, it's probably a tough ass job for them to do. But I mean, at the end of the day, we can't allow our loss or win to come down to a call. We gotta be able to take care of advantage when we got opportunity. That's what today was for me. Was about opportunity. You had an opportunity to take first place in the division, to put the pressure back on Tampa Bay. Um, and I didn't know what was going to happen today. I was being honest with you guys. I didn't know what we were going to do today, man, because I'm just not sure what team shows up every week. I don't know. It's been too up and down like all year long. You can't. And I think next week, like I said, you've given winning today gives yourself some flexibility going into next week. So now next week you don't necessarily have to win that game. Yeah, you want to win that game, but even if you lose to Seattle, everything comes down to week 18, Carl D.
Yes, it does. But if we beat Seattle next week and Miami happen to beat Tampa Bay, then that last game ain't gonna really mean nothing because Tampa have 9 losses in, and even if we lose to Tampa Bay that last game, they'll only give us 8 compared to their 9, and we still automatically win the division.
Yep. Yep. Um, So I'm taking a look, man, just looking at some of the stats from the game. How you feel about Bryce Young play today, Paul
Oh,
D?
oh yeah, I love it. He's been the last couple of weeks he's been doing his thing. It's just that
Yo,
that game against the New Orleans, I gotta put more on not
the
not the
defense.
not
Yeah.
the last game against New Orleans. That first game against New Orleans, I gotta put more on Dave because the first game against New Orleans, he had like he was scared to pass. They ain't gonna ball.
Yeah, I want to give a quick stat update right now. Nick Scorton had a sack today, man. They gave him 1 sack. He got 4.5 sacks on the season, which leads the team. So we got a guy
Wow,
that has 4 sacks is the most sacks that any
that's
pass
crazy.
rusher has on our team this year, guys. And who do we go get this all season to help fix that problem?
Man,
I,
I don't know, bro.
go
I
Anybody.
don't
ahead,
see
Rick.
nobody coming out the draft. I don't know. I had to go look again, but we'll see what happens in free agency. I think we want a vet to come in at that position. Like you said, we already one of the youngest teams. I think a veteran guy would be best at that position. So I don't know. We'll see who comes available. But
I think you got to go trade for
at
somebody.
4.5 leading the team, boy, that shows you right there, man. We missed
That's
that
bad, man.
productivity. Yeah, that's not
That's
good at
that
all.
Yeah,
shit
me
is
too.
bad. That shit is terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean we get the pressures, we just don't get home. That's the big issue.
And you have to think, guys, if Tampa Bay doesn't make it to the playoffs, I think Todd Bowles might get fired, man, in Tampa Bay. I think that they're going. Hey, Rick, I think that they're going to use him as the scapegoat, man. You know what I'm saying? Because last week, man, when he made what he said, when he said what he said, I could see that potentially rubbing some people the wrong way, and then especially them losing again today. Guys, Tampa Bay has dropped 6 out of their last 7 games, man. This is a complete meltdown. That's why I said the Panthers have to. They have to take advantage of the situation. Like this is probably never going to happen like this again. You have to win right now. You have to win a division to make the playoffs this season. We're not waiting for fucking next year. I don't want to. And these are going to be my closing statements, ladies and gentlemen. I'm because I'm about to go celebrate this Panther win, make me a nice beverage, and then really enjoy this fucking football Sunday. But I'm going to leave you guys with a couple of nuggets here before we break out. Shout out to anybody, man. If you're new to the channel and you fucking with the content, man, make sure you hit the subscribe button. I need everybody to hit the like button on this video right now, though. Like, if you up here on the panel, if you in the chat, I need everybody to hit the motherfucking like button on this video. Run me the fuck up, man. If you want to support the channel, man, the Cash App is scrolling across the screen. Any donation is greatly appreciated. But I'm going to leave y'all with these nuggets. The first nugget is you got to win the division right now. Fuck everything else. You just gotta win. You just gotta win this division, man. You have to. The Tampa Bay is spiraling. The Saints, they dug themselves too far of a hole. I will say this, man. Thank God the Saints were not better in the season, better team earlier in the year. Because if they were their record was anywhere close to ours and they've swept us twice, man, we will be in trouble. Like we will be in trouble. So shout out to the Saints, man, for blowing it the first 10 weeks of the season, right? Um, but you have to win now. You have to win the NFC South this year. You have to beat Tampa Bay in Tampa Bay and host a playoff game here in Carolina. That's the first nugget. The second nugget is this. Everything that you need to succeed in the postseason, the Carolina Panthers do it very well. They do it very well, and they've shown that they can do it against some of the top competition. And listen, they've already played 3 playoff teams this year. They've already played them. They've played top competition. For coming into the season, the Panthers had one of the worst, one of one of the easier strength of schedules. I think we were only ranked so I can't remember where we were in the NFL. Like our strength of schedule was supposed to be, a little bit easier because we're coming off of the season we had last year. But it actually turned out to be a gauntlet to me. I feel like we actually had to play some real tough games. That Green Bay game wasn't tough. You had a tough Patriots game. You played Buffalo. You know, um, Tampa Bay 2 times. Teams that was in the playoffs last year. You've been tested. Seattle coming up. You've been tested this year, and I think that you've answered the calls. I think the only downside that I can say about this season thus far is that we lost a lot of games we shouldn't have lost. Like we lost a lot of games this year that I feel like we shouldn't have lost. I don't think we should have lost both of those games to the Saints. I think more realistically, you should probably have about 9 to 10 wins right now, and you lost some bad games earlier in the year. You lost some really bad games early in the year. I think that Buffalo game we could have won. I think that the only reason why they got out of hand because we just couldn't get nothing going offensively. Like we really had some opportunity to win some games that we lost this year. So you got to win right now. Number two, the future is really bright in Carolina, guys, because I'm just looking at what we have built. Everything is young. You're not having to spend real big money on nobody this offseason except maybe Rico Duato. I think that's the only person that you have to really spend a lot of money on. I think you got to spend money on getting a pass rush. You're going to have to trade, maybe give us some draft capital. I don't think that you get another young pass rusher in the draft. Don't spend another pick on that. I think our draft should be focused on guys building the trenches. I think we still need to draft more linemen because I think Savala was a fucking bust. I don't like Savala at all. He's soft. He's weak to me. He can't block at all. He's always hurt. He gets hurt in every game that he plays in. And I'm positivity. I'm cheering for him. I wish him the best. But as a fan sitting back watching him, he just hasn't been living up to what he had. But you got to start grooming a tackle after Taylor Moton. Taylor Moton is getting up there in age. You still need to continue to add to the trenches. Keeping Bryce Young protected should continue to be the priority. I think that he has enough young weapons right now to have success. I think you got to get a tight end. I think tight end, if any position you need to address on the offensive side of the ball, you got to get a tight end, man. Kimball and Saunders, those guys are just too inconsistent as pass catchers. Hell of a blockers, they can protect, but as pass catchers, you have not had a weapon from the tight end position since Greg Olsen. You have not. You got.
I think it could be.
You said what? What you
I
say,
think
Carl D?
Mitchell can be the.
Yeah, Mitchell. Yeah, Mitchell Evans is.
I think Mitchell.
Your phone breaking up, Carl
But
D.
you're right. We did another one. Oh, sorry. Hold on.
Your phone breaking up. But yeah, Mitchell Evans has looked good. I think you're absolutely right. He has looked good as a rookie. I think that he can be that next guy for us. He has that potential. But I just still think you need somebody, man, that's an athletic threat from that spot, man. Somebody that can get, in between the zones, the middle of the field. I feel like we don't attack the middle of the field enough. We need to be able to attack because we don't have a tight end, man, that can find the soft spots in those zones. I think you need a threat from the tight end position on the offensive side of the ball. So in the draft, if what I'm drafting at, because we'll probably end up, depending on how far we go in the playoffs, we'll probably be in the 20 somewhere in the draft, maybe the late teens, just depending on where things fall. But you might need to address the offensive line in this upcoming draft. Continue to add to that. If it's I don't think you spend money on a pass rusher. I think you have young safeties already. Lansom, Morick, they're going to continue to be a fucking duo. You have a group of safeties in Lansom and Morick. They can be here for a long time. Morick, you got him tied up for the next couple of years. Ransom is a rookie, so you're going to have him tied up on a couple years. So you have depth there. J.C. Horn is paid. Mike Jackson is paid. You got some. Maybe you could continue to add some young corners to that cornerback room. Linebackers. I think Jonesy Jewell. I know he missed the entirety of the season. I think that with him back, Roseboom and Wallace, you've got some solid pieces there. You probably can benefit for adding another veteran there, maybe a speed guy. I'm not really sure who, but you can benefit for adding some more rotation there. But you got to trade for a fucking pass rusher. That's building this team for the future. But how you win this season, And how you get into the goddamn playoffs this year is by doing these couple of things right here. You got to trust and lean on the run game. So that first game at home, if you make it to the playoffs, you got to lean on the fucking run game. Don't go away from it. Chuba and fucking Dwaddle have to continue to get fed. You got to keep feeding them, right? You also, Bryce got to continue to keep playing out of his fucking mind. He needs to keep playing out of his fucking mind. And then the last thing